The 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Is brought to you by Lloyd's Construction and Consulting, providing first-class construction services on 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it. All right, some sports concepts and rationalizations. We call it the 10-minute drill. When we have drilled you, Beef, what are we giving out?
Oh, we're going to hook the Googans up at the end of the 10-minute drill with a selection of goodies from the 1010XL Valentine's Day gift guide. You can find it over at 1010XL.com.
Outstanding.
Today's winner get a $25 gift card to Edwin Watts Golf, a $25 gift certificate from Woody's Barbecue, and a Peterbrook Chocolatier gift basket worth $50.
Good
Stunningly
gracious.
good news for me.
Yeah.
Well, one is that I, as a parent, I texted my grown children at 7:30. By 7:39, I've got responses. That's an amazing response time. I mean, my parents should be so lucky when they text me. A big yes on both of them. A bunch of boxes of Lincoln Logs. So we did our part, America.
Lincoln Logs. Is that the good news?
No, the good news is that my kids respond to me so quickly. I haven't fallen so far out of favor that they just ignore my text.
Wonderful.
That was the good news.
First time since 1974, Kentucky and Duke under 500
Yeah,
together.
couldn't happen to a nicer guy than that John Calipari. Where's that smugness at, Hick, that he primps around every draft with? Where's that smile, that smirk that he thinks he's smarter than everyone else? Maybe your strategy is a failed one, John, and now you should be fired.
Arkansas hits 2 free throws late. Kentucky gets the basketball. They come up the midcourt and turn it over. Game over.
Yeah.
Arkansas steals a win first time in like 8 tries. Oh, boy, Kentucky is just a mess.
Yeah, well, I mean, in all seriousness, the strategy is now been proven doesn't work.
Well, you may want to rethink it.
Yeah. And the strategy, for those that don't know what Kentucky does, and a lot of programs do it to a degree.
But not like Kentucky.
Kentucky brings in 6-7 guys that knowing they're going to be there for 1 year and go pro. And the problem is, like you look around the NBA, these kids are good.
Yeah.
Right? Quickly's been good for you.
Yeah.
De'Aaron Fox is a superstar for Sacramento. Jamal Murray is much better in Denver than he ever was at Kentucky.
I wonder why the first 3 years it worked so well when he went there. They went Elite Eight, Final Four, and won a championship.
I have the answer
Bang,
to
bang,
that.
bang.
You know why? Because
Anthony
it's
Davis.
Anthony Davis, John Wall. It's that level of play.
Yeah. But he was 1 year and gone. Then they went, when all those guys left, they went NIT, but they were 21-12. They still should have been in the tournament. They got screwed by their greatness. Then right back to winning, being the runner-up, losing in the Natty. Then the Final Four. So they had 4 Final Fours in the first 6 years, man. 4 Final Fours in the first 6 years, haven't been back since. In the last 6 years. So 4 Final Fours in the first 6 years. The next 6 years, 0. Why hasn't it worked? What happened, though? What changed? Because it did work. So, but it doesn't look like it works now. I don't know. Maybe it was too short of a span and he hit it big with some mature kids. But it's awful hard to have him for 1 year. It's just awful hard.
Aren't they about to change that anyway? Although they can still come for 1 year. The ones that only want to come for 1 year can now go back to the NBA. They're about to do that.
Yeah.
By the way, the kid that everyone, what's his name, Beef Green? What's his first name? Is it Dante Green?
G League guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
His game is on TV this morning at 11 o'clock. First time he's played since there were 2 guys.
Yeah, they like this guy.
Instead of going to college, they went to the G League.
Yeah.
But which is also strange. So the NBA, let me get this straight. The G League has grown up enough, but the NBA's not.
Well, Kentucky is 5-13.
Yeah, they're terrible.
5-13 and 4-7 in conference play.
Yeah, I'm glad. Bleep Kentucky,
incredible.
man. And it's especially sweet because he's so smug, so smarter than you. Where's the accomplishment?
They have
Where's
Auburn,
the result?
at Vandy, at Tennessee, Texas A&M, Florida, and at Ole Miss. They got a chance to win about, 8 or 9 games, but they're going to be
kind of
way
the
under
worst
500.
team of all those that you just named.
Yeah.
I mean, they just what you're 5-13. This isn't Kentucky.
No.
This is just a bad team. I mean, they're Vandy bad. I mean, what are we doing?
Lost to Richmond.
Didn't they start like
early.
3-0 in the SEC too? Remember they had gotten it right. I'm pretty sure they were 3-0 in the league.
Yeah, they beat Mississippi State, Vandy, and Florida.
Yeah.
And then they fell apart.
Yeah, now they're 4-7.
They've won 1 game since. 1-7 since in the SEC. Amazing.
Beef, could you play
Duke's not much better.
Kyrie Irving's comments from last night after the Nets lost again? They're 7-11 against winning teams. But I wanted to play this to just put an exclamation point on the complete lack of self-awareness of today's superstar. Listen to Kyrie Irving explain how difficult it is for his team, and then point out to yourself as you listen all of the examples that, well, return squarely to the man in the mirror, in this case, Kyrie Irving. Beef?
We look very average. We have the talent that the eye test presents that we should be dominating. We have the experience in terms of some of our guys that have been through certain things, circumstances to be able to battle through. And we're dealing with a lot of the reality that we're putting this together on the fly. Like, we are the team that the NBA put the most games on. We're the team that gets someone taken out during COVID, during the games. We're the team that has to deal with the refs. We're the team that is literally battling against so many odds that at this point, it's not even a reason to continue to comment on. They are what they are.
He left out, we're the team whose superstar went AWOL for no reason 7 games into the season. He left that part out.
I don't. It's tired to me. They're 14-12. They're the 3rd seed, and they're going to be playing in the Eastern Conference Finals at worst. I don't care what they're battling right now. It's 26 games in. Their talent will overwhelm everything else.
I guess if you're using it for motivation, but to play this sad story, like somehow things are against you. Hold on now.
Yeah.
It was you and Durant, and you traded for James Harden.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, how does such horrible fate befall a basketball? No, Kyrie, the problem is you. It's you and your lack of leadership and your mentality.
I mean,
By the way, the COVID protocols that you reference,
yeah,
one of those came about because, I don't know, you left your team and were photographed at a birthday party. I mean, so to put all these other, the NBA doesn't like us, the refs don't like us. Come on, man.
This is the latest super team. I mean, this is the
They're
one.
Not winning. I disagree with one thing. They're not going to the finals. I will
guarantee they will be in the Eastern
Conference
Finals.
That's not saying much.
No.
They might.
No.
They might. I don't think
and
as
that's
much.
The right to go to the
not
NBA.
This year. Maybe next year. You know, but I think this year I don't think so. I don't think they can pull it together. They're not that good outside those 3.
26 games in.
Dan, they're 14-12.
They're 3rd seed.
They're 7-11. So what? They're that 14-12.
They'll open with the Hornets in the playoffs. They win that.
Yeah, and then they play a good team.
Oh, whoever.
Yeah.
They'll beat the hell out of Boston by then.
No, they won't.
Philly.
No, they won't.
Yeah, they will.
They're not that much better than those teams.
Man.
They're not.
Dime bet?
Dime bet what?
Eastern Conference Finals?
No, I'm not dime betting that. Win one series. I'll dime bet they don't win it. I will dime bet that they don't win the East. Well, I mean,
that they don't win the East.
Yeah,
that they don't get to the NBA Finals.
That's correct.
You want to put that out there. This
we'll
is a guy who didn't want to do any dime bets. All of a sudden, he's throwing 4 out there today.
No, because I feel
he threw out a
strongly
mile
about
run dime bet just 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, well, because I'm now I'm putting in the things that I feel like. Well, the running I can control. In this one, I feel very, very strongly that the Nets will not pull it together this year and be any kind of force in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I don't think they're that good. Now, maybe I'm just shaded by the fact that my mediocre team, like the other bad teams they lost to, plays them straight up every time we play them.
No, I think, like I said, I don't know that they'll win it because the Heat didn't win it in their first year, right?
No. Well, they didn't, but they went to the finals. I'm saying they're not going to win the East, which is kind of watered down to begin with.
Yeah.
Here's why, Dan. Without they're not that good. They're really, those 3 are good. I think that the problems with those 3 are to come. They're not here yet. Wait till we get to the postseason, and it matters who's taking the shots. These guys are they're not going to be, it's not going to be seamless. So we'll see.
Personally, I hope you're right. But
I think Boston is, I'm not sure they're more talented than Boston.
Yeah. What's going on with
but they might be
NFL quarterbacks these days, man? Just real quick. Russell Wilson really is unhappy and wants to leave Seattle? What are we doing here? These guys, I just don't get it. I don't understand why everybody is so, Deshaun Watson gets paid 3 months ago.
Russell's been paid.
It doesn't matter because none of y'all can beat Tom Brady. If you go beat Tom Brady, then get back to me. But now, these reports coming out of Seattle that Russell Wilson, why would he want out of Seattle? What? Because he gets hit too? Because the O-line's no good?
You're just don't hit me in my sweet spot when I'm just grinding on these out of touch athletes.
I don't understand.
So when did it become like the birthright that you're on a perfect winning situation? Every player in the world, is that what is created in society?
What is a perfect winning situation?
I guess Russ feels like he deserves to play in the Super Bowl.
Did not. I
don't know.
Did not Patrick Mahomes get the living heck beat out of him
Whatever,
last
dude.
Sunday?
It's just such
And
whiny
run
nonsense.
497
Stop
yards
it.
on a bad toe that he's got to get fixed.
Correct. They all
Isn't
get
that
sacked. They all
is that
get
not
hit.
a perfect situation? But they didn't win.
This
What's a
guy-
perfect situation?
I would think it would
Do
be.
you think if Deshaun Watson and listen, I still think he'll get traded, but if Deshaun Watson gets traded to the Jets, is that going to be suddenly a perfect situation? Heck no.
I don't understand why there's this expectation that there's no adversity anymore.
Carson Wentz, get me out of here. What's going on with all these?
Well, he wants out of there
these
because
guys all got paid a ton of money. Jared Goff, that was more probably the staff turning on him, but Matthew Stafford, I get it. You bang your head forever in Detroit, but
Russ is on a winning team as well.
Russ is in the playoffs
this
every
doesn't
year.
feel right because he's on a winning team. So he gets sacked. So what? Give me a break. He gets sacked so much. He wants a line to protect him.
Well, sure,
Don't we
we all
all?
do. We all
Give me
do.
a break, man.
I don't think they're trying.
And most Seahawks fans would like Russ to stop holding on to the ball so damn long that he
Yeah,
gets killed.
there's a bunch here, man.
yeah.
Come on.
He did admit it partly was his part.
They've
it's
taken
just a little odd to
they've
me.
transitioned from a running team to a passing team for Russ.
Yeah.
I mean, he's gone into a situation where immediately he's win Super Bowls, and granted, because of his play, he's a great player.
In the last 4 years, Seattle's only won one playoff game.
I'm not saying he's not a great player, but come on, man. Really?
You would have thought Russell Wilson, like when you wonder if could Mahomes follow him? Could Mahomes a situation follow the Seahawks situation?
If these teams continue to allow their future to be dictated by players under contract, then
I'm not talking about them getting traded. I'm talking about the fact that the Seahawks were the best team in football. They absolutely obliterated Denver. You thought, man, these guys are really good. They're going to win. They went to the Super Bowl the next year, but they lost on obviously to New England on the crazy play. Then the next year they won a playoff game but lost to Carolina. Then they won a playoff game the year after that, but then they lost to Atlanta. Then they didn't make the playoffs at 9-7. Then since then they've lost to Dallas, lost to Green Bay, and lost to the Rams in the playoffs.
Dan, from the text line, you guys are hypocrites. The Rams ship Goff out, and you don't rant about it. I don't. What? I'm not following what the correlation is.
I just said I thought the thing with Goff and the Rams was more towards management on that, getting sick of him. I guess
I think there's this disconnect between sports fan. I don't know how it's been propagated that it's level footing by the person that's paying you to do something with the person who's getting paid to do something.
Yeah.
That's not a level footing situation. You work within each other seamlessly. You try and stay on the same page. But at the end of the day, when I pay you $30 million, then you answer to me. That's how it works.
Yeah.
This isn't a societal or oppression or anything else. It's a wonderful opportunity to make multi-millions of dollars. And in every industry that's a multi-million-dollar industry, they don't go to the assembly line and ask them to make the CEO's decisions.
Yeah. What's happened, too, I think what's happened a little bit is the success of Tom Brady as pseudo-general manager has gotten into some of the quarterbacks' minds, too. Tom Brady said, let's get Antonio Brown. Tom Brady said, let's get Gronk. And they did. And obviously, Antonio Brown and Gronk scored 3 touchdowns on Sunday. So I think that sticks in their minds, too. So because Russell said the same thing that Deshaun wanted, which is not control, but input into roster building. But it's never been done that way. Listen, who knows how things go. Change comes. We're going to change to the 8 o'clock hour right now. And we're going to give away something right now. Beef, tell them what they're going to get if they're the third caller at 641-1010. It sounds like a bonanza.
It's a doozy. Caller number 3 right now at 641-1010. Gonna go home with a selection from the Valentine's Day gift guide at 1010XL.com. Find all these and other great gift ideas over there. But today's caller number 3 gonna go home with $25 to Edwin Watts Golf, $25 to Woody's Barbecue, and a $50 chocolate gift basket from Peterbrook Chocolatier.